friends, thanks for joining me. This is the second video in the Barbie journal that we're working on. This is also a design team project for A Trace of Sparkle, and I am using one of her beautiful kits. Jennifer's kit and channel will be linked in my description box. Please go check her out. You can see her stuff is gorgeous. So I just, in case you missed the first video, I wanted to let you know that I printed the kit out very different than you would print it out because my journal is going to be tall and slender, and so I had to print the kit out a bit differently because of that. So I'm thinking about what I want to do with this image, and I'm wondering if I want to put it down over top of this paper. I think it looks great with this paper, and as a matter of fact, if I take off just a little bit more from the top, a little bit more of the paper will show, and I'll take a little bit more off of each edge, and then I'm just going to mat it on the scrapbook paper. I think I was going to originally, well, I don't know what I was going to originally do. I don't think I had an original plan quite actually. I think I just want this in the journal looking gorgeous because it is, and then I don't think that I'll do a pocket over top of it. I think I'm just going to have it be a page that's beautiful, and then maybe attach a tag with a paper clip. You know how we do that sometimes? And maybe that's what I'll do with it. Oh, or you know what we could do, friends? We could go ahead and make this a paper flip, and this could be the paper that gets flipped over and you can write underneath it. And that way it's a productive page, but we're not covering this fantastic image that I love so much. And you know what we could do if we wanted to? This originally is the same, it's on the same page in the kit. So what we could do is the same thing on the other side, just sort of mirror it. And yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Well, let me make sure I like this. I like them with this because their jackets are dark. And let me see. These two have a better impact with this particular paper. Let me see, you know, so I can always use her in the same way, but on a different spread. And if she doesn't, if she's not as striking on another one of the papers, then I will bring her over here and do it on this one. But let's get started with these ladies first. So we're going to turn this into a paper flip. I really like that idea. I have a little stack of paper. There are, let's see, there's 4 sheets here. That's quite a bit. Maybe we only need 2. We'll use 2 here and 2 on another page. And let's see, I don't staple very often, but I am going to go ahead and do that. I just want to make this perfectly straight. Okay, and now, okay, now I wouldn't want my staples to show, so once I adhere this to the journal, I will cover those with something. So we're going to go ahead and adhere it with glue. I have my new tool that I've been enjoying using. I still use my scissors for spreading, you know, putting pressure on stuff and spreading the glue, but I have to admit I do like this. I got that tool from Grabby, so it came in their August subscription box that I did an unboxing for. I have a little trim here. Let's see if we like the way it looks over the staples. What do you guys think? Let's grab some other, well, let's see, we've got pink here, but this is kind of peachy actually, so let me grab some peach. Actually, I don't even know if I consciously noticed that in her sleeve is peach. It's cream colored in peach. And then, so I just noticed that when I had put this here, and I thought, oh, it's perfect because it's the same shade peach. So let's go ahead and use this trim. Got some Fabri-Tac here that I'm going to use for it. I was just checking to make sure I wasn't putting it on upside down. Once I get it on, I'll trim it to size. I don't always like to trim before I put it on. Sometimes I do, but just figured I would do it once I got this on here. Now we can flip that up, and there are a couple of pages here that can be written on. I love it. All right, friends, so I've decided that for her, I'm going to use, again, a polka dot page, but this one is pink polka dot. So I'm going to do the same thing, going to make the little, writing pad, and I think that is going to work out great. Just checking the size. I want to take about another inch or so off. Let's see. Oh, I might have made her a little bit. No, that's perfect actually. And I'm just going to take a little bit off the top. Yep, that's going to be great. Hopefully these are the right size. Let's see. Yeah, I'll have to take a little bit off of the bottom of these. Stapling it worked perfectly fine last time, so I can do that again. That was a little time saver. I usually glue or tape the pages down, but stapling it worked out just fine. Okay, and now I'll glue it on there. All right, and the same thing as before, we're going to go ahead and add some trim. Okay, I'm very happy with how this turned out. I got 2 layers of lace there, and I really, really like it. And then we've got our paper underneath that can be written on, or a photo can be added to it, or whatever your heart's desire is. We might actually, at some point, go back and add something here. It seems like maybe it needs that. But I like to do those sorts of things at the very end when I'm really pulling pages together. So let's wait on that. We'll do that at the very, very end. Looks like I got some ink here, and I'll probably end up covering that with something also at some point in time. Friends, if you missed the first video, I just wanted to share with you what took place in that video. I shared the calendar with you, and I shared the digital kit, explained how I had to cut the digital kit. It would be a little bit different from how we would usually, because this journal is going to be a slimline journal, so it's going to be tall and thin. I also created some pockets, I believe. Oh, and then covered the back of the scrapbook paper or the back of the calendar paper with napkins. So if you want to see any of that, the very beginning stages of this, you can check out my playlist, which is called Working on Junk Journals and Altered Books. That's what I'll have this under. You can see on this spread, I am putting in 2 pockets. They are nice, tall pockets, and I love that because I can put in really tall tags, which gives a lot of space for journaling. Now I'm working with a piece from the digital kit. So what you see here is the flowers, that's paper napkin. On the right hand side is scrapbook paper. And then this paper with the plain back is a piece from the digital kit. Now I'm going to glue down a third of it because this is going to open up like an accordion. So I've glued down one piece of the plain side. And then I'm going to take the other side that's also still plain. I'm going to draw some lines on that, and then I'm going to put some dots on it, like what do we call those? For some reason my brain goes to the word bullet journaling because I guess maybe that's popular in those. So at any rate, I'm going to put a little dot at each line. And I had got the dots, you'll see them. I'm probably going to choose pink, but I might choose green as well. Anyway, we'll see when we get to it. But I got those from a Grabby box subscription that I had just received, did a collab with them and did an unboxing. And I got some cool goodies that I didn't already have in my stash, which was fun. I want to add some interest to this page. And also, when you open it up, it's like an accordion. So when you open it up, I want to add some interest to that too. I don't want to lose a bunch of writing space, and I don't want it to be distracting. So I feel like tearing this paper. I always find, for me, tearing paper is fun and interesting. And it gives, I don't know, a certain feeling. And I don't know how to put it into words, but I really like it. It adds a layer without adding like too much bulk or anything like that. It adds layer and interest, but it's not bulky and it's not overly distracting. So you can see that's what I did here. I just added some to the corner, and I think I'm going to go ahead and do the same on the other two sections. It's all one sheet of paper, but you'll see how there's like 3 sections here. So I'm going to use the scrap actually from the first one that I tore, and then pop that on the top of this middle section. And then I'm going to add some more to the third section as well. While I'm working on that third section, I do want to let you guys know I have signed up for Amazon affiliate links. And so if you want to support my channel and you just need to replace your glue, or you want some scrapbook paper or something like that, if you go through my description box, I've got some links in there, and you can go and get some stuff, and it won't cost you anything extra, but it will give me a little kickback, and that'll help me to replenish my supplies as well. Also, friends, I wanted to let you know that when I am finished with this journal, I'm going to list it to my Etsy shop. All right, friends, I worked in this journal this morning, and now it's this afternoon. I went to work and now I'm home, and I want to work in it again, and I'm sorry, I don't know where I left off, but wherever it was, I hope that I showed you the completed page. I don't think it was this one. I think we did that yesterday. At any rate, I've put the signatures together the way that I think that I want them. So I think that's a good idea to start doing the pages in this way now, so that I can make it cohesive. And I really do love using these images as pockets. I definitely want to make tags of some of them as well, but for her, I think she goes with this so well, I think we're going to go ahead and make a nice pocket from her. And when I cut the pocket, I'm sort of just doing it free flow and not real straight, just to add a little creativity to the page. All right, I got that glued into place. Let's take a look at the next page. So you can see we've already got her on here. Since we already have a pocket, let's do something different on this side. You know what we could do? So I was just sort of thinking about it. We have a bunch of side pockets, but what we don't have are corner pockets. So we could do a nice upper pocket here, and then when we make one of these into a tag, it can slide up into the upper pocket. I like that idea. I've got some nice big scraps that come from the calendar pages, which would make this super cohesive, and I was wondering if I could find the scrap that goes with this. But you know, if I can't, it doesn't really matter. They'll all work perfectly fine. I was just seeing if by chance, but you know, I don't think I can. And that's okay. Well, is that it? Well, look at that. And again, it wouldn't have mattered, but since I found it, we might as well go ahead and use it. I'm just going to take it and I'm going to cut it from about here to here. And actually, you know what I might do is get rid of some of this blank so we get a little bit of this business in there. Let's do that. Okay, and let's take off some of the top. And you know, I kind of like our free flowing lines, so we'll keep these two sharp the way that they are, but I think it might be nice to just sort of do a little free flow around here so we can keep the light and the chandelier in. And we'll just come up like that. Actually, I'm going to come up a little bit like that. There we go. And let's put this here and see if we like it. I do like it. Yeah, that makes me super happy. All right, we are gonna, you know what, let's go ahead and ink it real quick. Just add a little detail. Since my luscious new pink ink will go so beautifully in this journal. We might as well take advantage of it. I'm going over the corner just a little bit extra just to bring in a little extra color there. I'm going to grab a piece of scrap and put it right under here. That way when I push my glue down, when I push the paper down and the glue comes out, it won't get all over my table. All right, that was quick and easy. Looking good. Okay, we're gonna do one more pocket. We're gonna call this a video because I don't want to show you the entire journal as I am creating it. You know, I like to you know, do some processes with you guys, but I want to keep some of it special for the flip through. So we're gonna make one more pocket, and then our next video is gonna be making tags for this fantastic Barbie journal. All right, for this one, let's do, well, gosh, we have side pockets. So let's do a lower pocket here. Just like the other one, I like the drawings, so I really want that to be what's seen on our pockets, even though we might do some additional embellishing and whatnot. And then I'm gonna take some of this off. Okay. And then let's check it out. If we put it here, I think I will come here and then I'll just slowly sort of curve up and around the staircase. So we'll keep what we've got right there. Then I'll sort of cruise on over here and do it like that. That looks great. Boy, this journal is gonna have tons of tags, isn't it? I did add a few paper flips with, you guys were with me when I created those. And I added, what else? Yeah, just a few paper flips. So it's not a huge journal, you know, so there's not gonna be a huge variety of stuff. And I don't want it to be too bulky because I wanna keep it one signature. So I don't want to get too crazy with it. And the images are so, I love them so much that I really want the images to be the center of attention and not detract from that too much. So friends, I love this, but I want to add a little extra interest to it, and I'm thinking I have a space here in the corner that I can do that. So what I'm going to do is just tear. What do I want to do? I want to tear this edge here. And then I'm going to cut this edge here. And I'm just going to score it with my fingernail. And then I'm going to bring that over here to I'm going to bring my cutter over here. And I'm going to cut it inside of my score line. This isn't a huge thing. This is just going to be a little splash of something extra. And I'm actually not going to cover her. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start here. And now I'm just going to be a little more careful about how I tear it. A little more purposeful. I want to come down here. Yeah, I want to expose her arm. And then I want to curve off to the corner. There we go. All right, perfect. Now before I add that onto the page, I'm going to go ahead and ink it. I haven't used much brown in this journal, but I am going to use a little bit on this page. And I'm only using it just to give it a little bit of depth. I'm not getting crazy with it. This is a nice bright journal. Well, not bright, but it's light. Yeah, it's light. It's got a lot of pastels and stuff in it. But this page happens to be just a little bit richer. And we are just going to enhance that a little bit. I don't know if we will add anything else to this page or not. I'll wait and see once we get the tag in. I think this is the first page that we're going to see when we open the journal. So, you know, like I said, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the inside cover is going to look like. I haven't even put any thought into that at all whatsoever. But anyway, I just wanted to do that little bit there. I think our next video, we'll go ahead and make some tags for this fun journal. Thanks for watching. See you soon.